Shopyflow offers a convenient way to add multiple products to cart at once by nesting a buy module inside of a parent buy module. The child buy modules in this relationship are called subproducts. Subproducts are very handy for creating configurable products, products with optional items, for cross-sells, and product bundles. Let's take a look how it works here. I already have a functioning basic buy module set up for a product called Bike32 from my demo store. What I would like to do is adding another product into this buy module for the customers to optionally add to cart along with the Bike32. In this example, I am going to use this product called Helmet from my demo store. Let's head to Shopyflow template library. I'm selecting the helmet from the list. Remember, a subproduct is just another buy module inside of a buy module, so I am going to start with a product container. Shopyflow already populated this product container with the SF product attribute and the product ID of the helmet. I now go to Webflow and paste it anywhere inside of Bike32 product container. I am going to place it right before the Add to Cart button. And also get rid of this class on it. I am going to use the classes I've already created for quick styling to build the component. Just remember, any classes on the Shopyflow components are irrelevant to their functionality. You can add, remove, and edit any classes here. As long as the attributes are set right, the components will function just fine. Let's take a look at the attributes of the container. It already has the SF product attribute and the product ID. This div is a regular product container for the helmet product. Now all I have to do is to convert this into a subproduct, adding a new attribute called SF subproduct, with a value of 1. Our subproduct is already set. Now let's introduce the other components. Let's add a product name component as a simple text block and give it the attribute called SF show title. You can leave any text here since the text will be overwritten by Shopyflow, or you can type the name directly without using the attributes. If you use SF show title attribute, Shopyflow will validate the text with the name of the product set in Shopify product settings. Now let's add a dynamic price component. We can use a simple text block with the attribute SF show price. Let's also add a thumbnail image of the product. Let's just add an image element and give it the attribute called SF show image. The image element with SF show image attribute is going to display the assigned image of the product, or the variant if available, from the Shopify store. At this point, the only thing we need is a button to stage the subproduct for adding it to cart. As the button, we can use any Webflow element, including a text block, an image, a link block, or a button. In this example, I want to create a switch toggle for the button. So I am going to start with a div block and style it with the switch toggle class that I had created earlier. This is going to be our button. Let's give it the attribute SF add to cart and set the value to 1. Our button is ready. And inside of my switch element, I will add another div block that will serve as the moving part of the toggle. Let's style it with the circle class I created earlier. My button is almost ready, so is my subproduct. Let's publish the page and see if it works. Notice that the product name, the thumbnail image, and the product price are populated with the information from my Shopify product settings. My subproduct is working. Let's see it in action. I have an empty cart here. I am going to select yellow as the color, and also stage the subproduct to be added to cart along with my yellow Bike32 by clicking the switch. Notice that when I click the switch, the price changes. The number is added the price of the subproduct. Let's stage it and click Add to Cart button. Here, my yellow Bike32 is added to cart along with the helmet. The obvious problem here is that we don't have a visual indicator that tells the user the subproduct is also selected. Shopyflow offers a very simple yet powerful solution to this problem. Let's open the inspector and see what happens in the background. I locate my subproduct switch button in the document. Notice that when I click the button, it's added a class called SF subproduct added. Not only the button itself, also the elements inside of it. We can leverage the added class for styling the active state of the button and the elements inside of it. Let's head to Webflow and style our switch button's active state. I am simply adding the class SF subproduct added to my button element. Once the subproduct is added, I want the background color to be green. Let's do the same for the circle. I am adding the class SF subproduct added to the circle and I want it to move to the right when the subproduct is active. Let's move it to the right. This is going to be the look of my switch button when the subproduct is added to the cart. Now I remove the active state classes since it's added or removed automatically on click. I am also going to add a little transition to the base classes so I have nice animation. Let's publish and see how it looks now. We have a working subproduct with a nice interaction. This is the very least of what can be done using subproducts. Don't forget subproduct is a product container, so it can also have option selectors, quantity selectors, and image galleries. You can use as many subproducts as you want in a buy module. For more information and attribute reference, please see our documentation.